saw Spirited Away as my brother. He was so scared from the parents turning into pigs that he had to go to therapy for like years because of it.
I also met a guy in the military. That guy is my ex-husband. We were together for 7 years. When I met him, we were both 19. We were both very introverted. And as soon as we saw each other, we were like, we kind of fell in love. Like, somehow that video got over him. I worry about the dessert because it doesn't look up to decor standard. We present to you a pavlova.
Were you trying to make it messy, or did it just turn out that way?
What clues in the kitchen made you decide to create this dessert? I saw a purse. I open the purse and I see a note, and it says allergic to nuts. So right away we knew it can't be anything with nuts.
My expectations are high. The entire presentation of it just leaves me a little underwhelmed, I'm sorry.
Does it taste good, at least? It tastes good. How did you stabilize your whipped cream? What did you use?
So we used gelatin, but we didn't use enough gelatin.
What worries me about that is the softer the cream is, the more it's going to absorb into the meringue, and that's what we see here. If you're wrong, you're in trouble.
As long as we guess this correct, then we should be safe. I'm worried about the dessert because it doesn't look up to decor standard. We present to you a pavlova.
Oh, what is that?
It's a pavlova cake. Stacked with whipped cream and fresh macerated berries.
Yay! We did it!
We did it. 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 We did it.
Great. We're wrong again.
Curtis, what were the clues our classically trained bakers should have put together?
The baking sheets and 3 circles of parchment suggested a 3-layer dessert was made. The whisked eggs in the stand mixer indicated meringue, while the whisk in the sink showed remnants of whipped cream. Remnants of strawberry, blueberry, and raspberry in the compost and recycling suggested 3 types of macerated berries. The nut allergy card should have told you not to use nut flour.
What are you talking about? Note. What are you talking about? Note. Did they put this note in?
This should have led you to a 3-layer pavlova.
Oh, what is that?
It's a pavlova cake. Stacked with whipped cream and fresh.
The worst part about being born.
Over 100 years ago is.
So I had my first kid while I was still in college studying here, and I had my second kid when
I went to Harvard. I studied economics. I went to Harvard. I studied economics. When I graduated, I would have made at least $120,000 a year at Blackstone, like straight out of the gate as like a 22-year-old. But I so disliked the culture that I said, no, I'd rather take a smaller paycheck and work for something I think I'd like a little bit more. I ended up reneging on my offer and I took a job at McKinsey instead of a consulting firm because I thought the overall potential across my lifetime would be higher. I spent a couple of years at McKinsey and then I went to Facebook. My salary immediately jumped base from like 70K to like 100K. I was promoted. My new base was like 150K or something. And that's when I decided, let's go and try and do a startup company thingamajig instead. I went to Harvard. I studied economics. When I graduated, I would have made at least $120,000.
Hold on, wait till after.
What is that? Oh, no way. Oh, stop. Really? Where at?
Poker.
Oh my god, I get it. Yeah.
Hold on, wait till after.
What is that? Oh, no way.
Oh, stop.
Thank you. Really? Where at?
Poker.
Get it.
All right.
You, your intention to left with this day. Hey, this is the 12 p.m. and we have Aaron Thura and a Predator 2. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, so that's pretty much all the answer. We have to leave right now. Sometimes I didn't turn off this yet. Side.
I'm pretty there, I'm motherfucker.
God, after 40 minutes of doing nothing, you had an appointment. Yes. We got 2 bruschetta and lobster. This eats food in the pigeon, and now there are 3 of them. We have arrived, and it's so cute. I mean, it looks fancy. I'm gonna do a taste test. Weird ass. Hey, so we're at the movie, we're gonna watch Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney. I'm a little bit good. I didn't pay for it, so that's not on me. It's actually supposed to be a very ghetto place. I want water and... Guys, the movie was good. Fainted.
What,
Fainted. Almost fainted at the end. She wouldn't stop screaming.
And there was blood everywhere.
There was blood everywhere.
It's honestly crazy how I never counted how many.
In my first apartment with my
すみません。インタビュー大丈夫ですか？こんにちは。こんにちは。今何してるんですか？私はアメリカの地です。I'm from Las Vegas. What brought you to Japan? Tourism. What is the most favorite Japanese food in your life? Sushi. Salmon. How's the Namayaki? How is the impression of Japan so far? I like it. 日本が一番です。日本が一番。Are you gonna sleep until the morning here? Maybe. Are you staying in the hotel? No. No. Tokyo is expensive. Okay, expensive. That's why you sleeping here. Yeah, why not? Really? Halloween's more important than hotel. Could you say something too funny? Something funny? Yeah. I'm not a funny person. You're a genius, so funny. I'm a genius? Yes. Top genius. Yes, top G. Yeah. Happy Halloween. Good night. Good night. すみません。インタビュー大丈夫ですか？こんにちは。こんにちは。今何してるんですか？私はアメリカの地です。I'm from Las Vegas. What brought you to Japan? Tourism. What is the most favorite Japanese food in your life? Sushi. Salmon. How's the Namayaki? How is the impression of Japan so far? I like it. 日本が一番です。日本が一番。Are you gonna sleep until the morning here? Maybe. Are you staying in the hotel? No. No. Tokyo is expensive. Okay, expensive. That's why you sleeping here. Yeah, why not? Really? Halloween's more important than hotel. Could you say something too funny? Something funny? Yeah. I'm not a funny person. You're a genius, so funny. I'm a genius? Yes. Top genius. Yes, I'm top G. Yes.
日本って無意識
Happy Halloween.
stiff socks. Talk about it before I fucking shit myself on canceled.
Not right. Went on a Stiff Socks podcast with our baby Trevor Wallace.
And I just want to say this is when I knew. This is when I knew. But I want my girl to have the floor.
I was still actively seeing him at the time. In fact,
Look at this. Isn't it great? I know, it's my dream. Look at this. Isn't it great? I know, it's my dream. Look at this.
We went where they cooked the. Apparently, a lot of people don't know what the bird test is, which I'm sure there's like a better name for it, but that's wild to me because I live and die by the fucking bird test, okay? Because it never fails. And if you don't know what the bird test is, it's like a test to gauge like whether or not a relationship will be successful. And usually it's in the context of a romantic relationship, but I always do this with like friends, family members, literally anyone that I meet. If they pass the bird test, I tell them so fast because this shit is so fascinating, okay? And I'll give you an example. I meet this girl, we start becoming like newer friends, and we go to Starbucks one day. We're sitting at this table at Starbucks and I'm looking out the window and I see a woodpecker in a tree and I'm like, holy shit, there's a woodpecker in that tree. This girl whips around so fast. She's like, where? I kid you not, for the next, apparently a lot of people don't know what the bird test. 10 minutes, the two of us stared out the Starbucks window, just watching this woodpecker fucking peck away at this tree while we Googled random facts about woodpeckers, okay? Now the bird test states that if you're with someone, whoever you're gonna do the test with, romantic or not, if you say something that could be deemed like insignificant and your partner responds with like genuine curiosity, like what woodpecker, where? That's a really good sign that your relationship will last a long time. But if they like blow you off, they don't acknowledge you and they're just like, oh, cool, like a woodpecker, that's a really bad sign. And again, it's for romantic relationships.
My life is on E, you know? Life on E. You should probably talk to someone about it. Talk to a therapist? Nah, I'm good. Look, I'm using BetterHelp. It's like having a gas station for your soul. You should try it. BetterHelp. I don't have time for that.
If you were wondering if that works. Ask me if I give a fuck about it.
Sunday, kind of love. Sunday, kind of love.
Are you trying to pull up to my crib? I think you really got it.
Is it
The fuck? Why is that Cinderella with brown hair?
because she did have brown hair?
No, she didn't. She was always.
No, this is Beauty. This is from Beauty.
No, this is Cinderella. Why does she have brown hair?
No, this is Beauty and the Beast.
This is Cinderella. This is Cinderella. Why does she have brown? Look.
Maybe the original
Look,
had brown
you
hair?
see the
Oh, the
shoe?
slipper.
You
You're
see?
right.
What is this?
Maybe the original had brown hair.
No, it's always been blonde.
It's Kingdom Hearts 1.5. I don't know what to tell you. Is this Cinderella?
Oh my god. You're gonna make a Dumbo.
Is that Cinderella? You're gonna get to Ariel. Is that Cinderella? Is it Cinderella? Ah, you must be Mr. Cinderella.
Fuck.
This. Please.
Coachella Weekend 1 is over, and there has already been some very awkward and embarrassing mishaps. So here's what went down. During her set, Grimes explained that she was experiencing some major technical difficulties. Some of the difficulties included some of her songs playing at double speed. And when she couldn't figure out how to fix this, she screamed and cursed in frustration. At one point during her set, she stopped performing mid-song and said, "This is a difficult thing to explain, but we're having a major technical error where all the song tempos are double speed, and I've not practiced the math because I'm not fast at math." While Nelly Furtado was performing her song Eat Your Man, she fell on the stage. It left her with a pretty wicked finger injury, but honestly, she still slayed her performance. During her set, Lana Del Rey's mic kept going out. A writer for The Guardian who attended this set said that this caused awkward stops, starts, and moments where she just motioned for the singing crowd to pick up the slack for her. And because of the mic not working properly, Lana was forced to basically do a mic check mid-performance. Last but not least, during his set, Tyler, the Creator, addressed the Jared Carmichael situation. Jared recently said that in 2021, he confessed that he had feelings for Tyler, the Creator. Two were close friends at the time, but Jared claimed that Tyler responded by laughing and calling him a stupid bitch. During his set, Tyler addressed the crowd and said, "My homie tried to F me on camera. It was terrible. I told him no, and he said, but what about if we filmed it?" Awkward. I don't know. Honestly, I'm still stuck on Grimes saying she's not fast at math because, me too. So what do you guys think about Coachella Weekend 1? Was it successful? Was it a flop? Let me know down in the comments. Coachella.
Yeah. So I wanted to.
Y'all take a shot here. Probably see my homie trying to fuck me okay. Tell the nigga no what he said, but $1 if you filmed it. I love you too much. Thank you for saying, I know y'all niggas tired being here all day, so thank you for saying to watch my tired ass up here. It's because I told you I had feelings for you.
Sure about you want.
So like, mangoes. You're getting mangoes for dessert. I love mangoes. You love mangoes? We've got mangoes for dessert. We're getting half mango each. If Callum and Ellen can eat this means a victory for Team Roll. So like, mangoes. You're getting mangoes for dessert. I love mangoes. You love mangoes? We've got mangoes for dessert. We're getting half mango each. If Callum and Ellen can eat this means a victory for Team Roll.
God, she's so pretty. What are you looking at? I said, what are you looking at? A picture of me from last week. God, she's so pretty.
Huele bien chido lo que están fumando.
Chamaco desde chiquito quiere saber lo que es bueno.
Dale, entrale para que vayas agarrando callo.
No, ni se te ocurre hacerlo.
Déjalo, que vaya sabiendo lo que es bueno.
No, papá, no está bien. Es un mal ejemplo que le estás dando. En lugar de inducir a mi hermano, deberías de dejar esas cosas.
Mira, Victoria, ya te dijimos que es un gusto que nos merecemos. Mi corazón.
What do you want me to do? You can. Okay. Take care of it. It's very expensive. Okay. Okay, so what do you... I'm broke now. Okay. Okay. What is your name?
Anila. It's the beach. It's the beach. Can you say it?
Tell me again.
Anila. Yeah.
You want to teach me how to say something else? And what are we doing here?
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so speaking of love, I think there's something that you would like to do.
But do you remember the first time you were here in your life? Dun, dun, dun.
same sign, but also in Paris.
Okay. Hold on. We don't pay you at the same sign. Yeah.
For performance, I did Mexico.
Okay.
We were there as well. We went to Paris here.
I love that. Thank you so much. Basically, in my hand up, I'm not going to do. So, is there anything that you would like to say about that?
Yeah. Reminder, 3 years is there.
And I want to make it official.
Just to go to the stage.
Can you get over the whole
Yeah.
thing? You gotta bring the girl for time.
Where did you go? I just want to play.
I didn't even open it. Down open. No. They're not opened, are they? No. Oh, you already opened them? Oh. They're not open. No. Look at the bag. I didn't though. I grabbed the bag for sure. Hold up. I know for sure I grabbed the bag, but I left it because I saw it was closed. Because it wasn't open. I'm like, nah. No, but I just didn't open it. But now that it's open, you can do so.
Well, he knew going to make him give up. He knew.
Okay. Take care of it. It's very expensive. Okay. If you're in a car.
Where am I?
Very sultry bombshell.
What is the best ramen in Little Tokyo? That depends. Most people have like the entry level, which is like Shinsengumi. After you figure out.
separating isn't the best idea.
Bitch positive. Yeah. Don't ever play with the cat. That ever. That motherfucking secret is bitch positive.
Bitch. And bitch, calma, puedo dejar pollo, yo te digo,
It's just been like super delicious. And also, one of the oldest ramen shops is Koraku. And they've got a delicious kind of like traditional style, like chashu kind of like ramen. So I would check those two out, but I've given you kind of enough where, you know, you can pick and choose, you know. Hopefully it doesn't break the budget, you know. What is the best ramen in Little Tokyo? That depends. Most people have like the entry level, which is like Shinsengumi. After you figure out you want something a little thicker, you go to Daikokuya. But then I also like Hachioji, which is like real like light. So it's like chicken noodle soup. Yeah. If you want something spicy, there's Hakata Ikokosha. And if you really want to burn your lips, I think that's what, Oro-chan in Weller Court?
Are you guys seeing this?
What is the
Are you guys seeing this insane story happening on the other social media network that begins with red? Do you guys see that up there? That is a fossil. This is a piece of travertine tile. This person posted this because their parents just had travertine tile installed in their home, and they saw that they're a dentist, and they were like, wait a second, yeah, that's a mandible, which is this part of your lower jaw. They have a fossil in their travertine tile, the bananas for scale. They also found more fossils based on the expert opinions that people are providing, and they are experts, these are Australian people. They think that that is a collarbone and that that is the top of a finger, which is okay, that's way more.
It used to look like this, and now
You just need a cute girl who is sleep.
I'm your mom now, and I'm going to show you guys how to make this smart cheesecake from scratch. Start by separating your whites from your yolks and just whip those until they get nice hard foamy peaks. Into your yolks, you're going to add your sugar until it gets nice and creamy, and then add in all of your liquid. I did choose to use brown butter just to get some more flavor, but you don't have to do that. Your dry ingredients, and then your nice foamy peaks so that you get a nice fluffy cake. Butter your pan or use park.
Huh? What?
paper just so that the cake does not stick. Pour it into there, and a way to check it is just a toothpick in the middle just to see if it comes out clean. Pour clouds all throughout your cake. Add all of these notes together along with a splash of vanilla and let that soak for at least 2 hours before opening. For the topping, we have some heavy cream, vanilla sugar, and a pinch of salt. Whip that until you get nice foamy peaks. Sprinkle a tad of cinnamon right on top along with some strawberries, and if mama never taught you how to cook, that's okay because I'm your mom now, and I'm gonna let me put you on to the way I make my tres leches cake. This is so.
Hace unos meses viajé a México y este postre se ganó mi corazón. Vamos a hacer un tres leches. Arrancamos con los huevos, claras por un lado, yemas por otro. Las claras hay que espumarlas un poco, agregar el azúcar en forma de lluvia hasta tener picos firmes. Y a las yemas le pones la otra mitad del azúcar, un poquito de vainilla y con el mismo batidor así sucio como está, la batís hasta que espuma por 2-3 minutos. Le sumas una parte de las claras así nomás y ahora después sí, con movimientos envolventes para no perder nada de aire. Agregas la harina tamizada y unís todo envolventemente. Esto se va a una fuente de horno previamente enmantecada a 200 grados por 15 minutos. Y mientras tanto fuera del horno ocurre la magia, las tres leches. Leche condensada, la Nestlé estoy usando yo, que es espectacular. Segundo, a la crema de leche. Y tercero, leche evaporada, que acá no se consigue tan fácil, así que usé leche entera. Y ahí ya vuelve el bizcochuelo, le hace varios pinches con una escarbadiente para que absorba bien todo este líquido frío que le volcamos sobre el bizcochuelo caliente. Vas a ver que se lo absorbe todo. Terminas con merengue italiano, si no te animás con crema, encima y canela para decorar y la heladera la mayor cantidad de tiempo que puedas. Y este postre se lo debaten entre un montón de países. ¿Cuál es el verdadero origen? ¿Qué dice?
Galaxy. Galaxy. Come. Alright, I think it's locked. Yeah, no, either way. Thought. You know what? Fuck it. I'll open the door. Oh, you opening it? Okay. Oh, I have air controller.
For what?
What's it called? Okay, so you know how mom and dad,
Oh, give me control.
you know how mom and dad are making
Yeah.
the pizza? Yeah, and I kind of want to make like a baking one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what if we just make like pasteles, buy like the stuff, and then kind of like we decorate it, but people order it how they want it, and I just charge them. But make it like tres leches too.
That's too much work.
Because it's just baking the cake, and it doesn't take long.
It's kind of dumb. I feel people have
No, it's already half some done.
I feel like people already want their food. Because this cake was good.
Yeah, but I mean like the cream and everything will already be done. It's just adding toppings. That's what I mean. We'll see. But I'm like,
Anyway, do you have class today?
but either way. So, but as a thought, like, as a possibility, as a thought, like, what's your thought on that? Like, being able. Well, mom and dad are planning on doing it on a like every year thing now too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously we're just starting, but I'm like, what are some good ideas to start off with, and like, what are some options we could do in the future? No, obviously, but we already have cake and stuff like that, but it'd just be a different way of selling the cake. Obviously. Really?
But it's good. But like, if you do it like the Magdalena, it's bad. Well, not bad.
Well, no, but obviously.
Tasted like a lot like baking powder. Like baking soda.
Okay, well, obviously. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. If I'm gonna start baking, I'm gonna do it. If I'm gonna be baking, I'm gonna like gonna do it good, and I'm gonna like this week. Well, I would, but like the scale.
teacher extraordinaire, and today, in a bit of a departure, Lisa's decided to teach us 3 merengues.
No, you misread my text. I'm going to teach 3 ways to make meringue.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit more on brand.
So what is meringue anyway? In its simplest form, meringue is just egg whites and sugar. That's all. Egg whites are mostly protein and water. When we whisk them, we rearrange the protein structure to trap air. When we add sugar, it becomes more stable and tastes a lot better. So today I'm going to make 3 different kinds of meringue for you: French, Italian, and Swiss meringue. We're going to turn them into cookies, and we'll compare them when they're done. Let's bring this camera a lot closer so you can see what's going on in the bowl. We'll begin with French meringue, the simplest kind. It's often used for topping pies and folding into mousses and batters to make them lighter. The first step for all meringues is to separate the egg whites from the egg yolk. It's very important that you not get any egg yolk into the whites, or they won't whip up.
What about eggshell into the yolks?
That's no good either. We're using 3 egg whites in each of our recipes today. It's easiest to separate cold eggs, but it's important that your egg whites be at room temperature so they'll whip to their maximum volume. The ratio for egg whites in French meringue is anywhere from 1 to 1 up to double the sugar. The more sugar you use, the more stable the meringue will be. So for baked applications like these cookies, we can use less sugar. And for applications like on top of a pie, we'll need to use more sugar. Make sure the bowl and whisk that you're using is absolutely clean with no traces of fat inside. You can add the egg whites to the bowl and begin whisking them at a medium-low speed. If you're going to add flavoring or food dye, this is the time to do it. When the egg whites become frothy like this, you know that the protein strands are separating from their usual bonds and are ready to trap air. Egg whites are naturally acidic, but as they age, they become more alkaline. So we add a little bit of acid through either cream of tartar or lemon juice to enhance the protein bonds. If you have very fresh eggs from your backyard chickens, you won't need to do this step, but you will need to feed the chickens. So this is just froth. We're at the no peaks yet stage. Since this is YouTube, it may look like I'm checking this every 10 seconds, but really there's a minute or 2 between each time. Now we're reaching the beginning of the soft peak stage. Notice how the peaks droop over to the side. At the soft peak stage, we're ready to turn up the speed a little and add the sugar. With French meringue, we add the sugar directly to the egg whites. We want to make sure that we add it very slowly, just about a tablespoon at a time, so it has time to dissolve. We don't want any gritty sugar left in our egg whites. At this point, the meringue is still shiny. We have medium peaks that tilt over to the side, so we keep mixing and adding sugar. Now that all the sugar is added, we'll turn up the speed to medium-high and keep whipping to stiff peaks. I'm starting to see distinct lines left behind by the whisk, so I know we're getting close. This is really close. I see a little curl, so I'm going to keep going. Now you can see when I lift the whisk, the peaks stand straight up. This is stiff peaks. And you can really see it when you turn the whisk upside down. You're going to load the meringue into a piping bag with a round tip and pipe pieces onto parchment paper. And here's a pro tip: dab the meringue under the corners of the paper to keep it from sliding around on the cookie sheet. I wouldn't recommend filling your piping bag as full as I did, since all that squeezing pushes the air out, and the last few will have curled tops. All right, these are ready to go into a low heat oven for several hours to dry. And now we're into the Italian meringue. Italian meringue is more stable and makes beautifully silky buttercream. And ironically, it's used to make those delicate French macarons. Once again, this recipe calls for 3 egg whites. I've seen a lot of recipes online that call for 8 or 9, and I've never been successful whipping that many egg whites in my home mixer. It's just too much. So if you see one of those that you like, just scale the recipe down to under 5 egg whites and you'll be just fine. The major difference here is how we treat the sugar. For Italian egg whites in my home, delicate French macarons. Once again, this recipe calls for 3 egg whites. I've seen a lot of recipes online that call for 8 or 9, and I've never been successful whipping that many egg whites in my home mixer. It's just too much. So if you see one of those that you like, just scale the recipe down to under 5 egg whites and you'll be just fine. The major difference here is how we treat the sugar. For Italian meringue, we're going to use quite a bit more sugar and dissolve it in a syrup before adding it to the egg whites. This part starts off identically to the French.
Yeah.